It's a good day to have a good day. Hey, real fam. Welcome to another live stream. My name is Ntabi, and this is Real Talk with Ntabi. In case you are just joining in for the very first time and you don't know this channel, you've never seen this channel, I'm Ntabi. This face, you're going to be seeing it each and every day. Each and every time you'll be seeing it on your platform. So you might want to consider just subscribing and being a part of this family because, I mean, what's there not to subscribe for, huh? This pretty smile says it all. This pretty smile says it all, and you can see that today I'm zoomed in. Like you can see, it's just my face on the screen. So yeah, I'm giving you the smile. Anyway, wherever you're watching from, welcome, welcome. I am super excited. Actually, always excited to honestly be doing a live with you guys or even posting a video because I know for a fact that this is another step to somehow helping someone to grow, helping someone to find the best version of themselves, and of course, helping someone to really kickstart what they want to do to inspire someone because we're all about empowerment and transformation on Real Talk with Ntabi. So it's all good vibes. It's all good vibes. We learn, we engage. Like there's just super amazing stuff that happens here. So don't be scared if my face is too close to you. Just yeah, just be okay. Relax. I'm here. If I keep moving, understand that I'm just fixing my back. So it's all good. Anyway, let me not talk about things that are just not important and get to the most important part. As you can see, the topic for the day is how to balance between an 8 to 5 job and a side hustle. So now this video is basically inspired by a session that I just had, about an hour ago. It ended at 5. It ended at 5 o'clock. No, I'm lying. It ended at 6 or 5:30. No, 5:30. Yeah. So I was on a session with Vets Business School. So I was part of the panelists, and we were engaging about how you can be sure, or when are you sure that you need to jump ship, meaning you need to jump into running your business full time, or when should you pause a little bit and continue with the day job and not take that move first. So I'm going to share with you how I started my business and how I even thought about, resigning and focusing on my business full time, and, the pros and cons, the do's and don'ts. So I'm hoping that from this video, you will take out something as a, like something, meaning you will somehow get an idea of how you should go about running your business, go about making decisions in your business. Because it's one thing to look at business when you're still probably what focusing on a day or on an 8 to 5 job. When you're outside of that full-time environment, it's easy to somehow think of how it's probably going to be, as opposed to when you are actually there. So there's just so much that we need to take into account. So that's why I'm here to, share my nuggets, share my insights. You probably have an experience of some sort. So I'm hoping that you also have a chance to share your insight, share with us how you started your business, whether you are running it full time or you running it part time, and also the aspects of entrepreneurship. Do you think entrepreneurship really means that when you have a business, you have to be owning a big building, working in a big building, driving amazing cars and all that? Does that symbolizes entrepreneurship? Or you can still run your business and just take your time before you can even consider other things. So those are some of the things that I want us to talk about. So I want you to be part of this conversation, whether you're watching live, you are here with us right now, or you're doing a replay. please also engage, share your comments, share your inputs, because you'll never know who might be going to the comment section and seeing a response from you, thinking that, okay, I need clarity on 1, 2, 3. And who knows, you might have been that one person who was able to answer that question for them. So let's engage as usual. And I can see we have a comment. Let me do the greetings. But before that, let's go to an ad break. Hey Moyo, hey. At least you managed to be a part of this live. Hey, hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for joining the live. Much appreciated. And yeah, much love. All right. So, how did I start my business? So, I started, okay, before we have another comment. This is a great talk because you can grow your passion while working in 8 to 5. Exactly, exactly. And I'm about to touch on that right about now. That is super true. I love that comment. So I started my design business while I was still studying. Yeah. I started AL Designs about what, 6 years ago? And it started operating fully, I think, 3.5 years in it. Okay. So now what happened was I saw an opportunity to really start making money from my business, seeing the kind of engagements or support I was getting from small jobs that I was doing while I was obviously studying, right? So now that helped me to make a decision to say, okay, this is actually a business opportunity. And because it's even something that I love doing, why not, right? Now, the smartest thing rather that I did was to quickly think of a company name for my business, because already I knew that I'm a designer. I love designing, and in a field of my designing, what I was doing at the time, I was doing both multimedia and web management and applications, and I was also doing like graphic designs and all of that, right? So I had to somehow think of a name that will not limit me when I do my design work. So that's why I initially wanted it to be what Lebo's Designs, because Lebogang Lebo is my first name. So I thought of Lebo's Designs, but I didn't get that name when I was registering it. And I ended up going for IL Designs, which is in Lebo's Designs. And the slogan, or okay, the whole company name is IL Designs Creative Approach. So whatever that I'm doing it with a creative approach. I'm not just doing it without any creativity. And creativity also means that I come with a unique idea into the space. And now the slogan for IL Designs is what is it? Oh my word. Imagine forgetting my slogan. Okay, no, I didn't forget it. I guess I just lost my train of thought for a second there. So, what it means is that you are the designer of your own world. That's what it means. I don't even remember what made me come up with that, but later on, I got to realize that actually being the designer of your own world means that when you come to me and ask me to design something for you, I'm not just working alone on that. I'm working with you, meaning when you come to me and say, Tabi, I want you to design me a logo, a banner, a website, when you want changes, it means that you are designing your own world by making sure that I do the right changes, or whatever idea that you also have, I bring it to life. Because some people are not designers, are not creatives, but they've got amazing ideas. And someone can come and put an idea on the table. And because I have a creative and a visual mind and all of that and skill, I know how to turn it into a design. All right. So that's why it's said that, or that's why it means that you are the designer of your own world. And I actually feel like it's also motivation kind of thing. It's There's some kind of motivation right there. Oh, my hands. Like, why do I like using hands? Ah, I saw the notification, girl, and jumped in. Yeah. I like it. Notification gang, gang, gang. You know what? Gang, gang. You know, my regular regulars, my number ones. Those are the ones that get the notification. You know what? I'm much like I appreciate that. You see the importance of notification. If your notifications are not on right now, please turn them on, because you will miss out on great content just because your notifications were not on. Evening to you, fam. In Lebus Designs, yes. So in Lebus Designs, like, when I was registering it, and Lebus Designs was not there, and I was like, what could be the best name? And I must say, I love Inlebus Designs. I love it. Notification brought me here. Gang, 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 gang. Whoop, whoop. Listen. Gang, 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 gang. Hey, you know what? I'm appreciative of that, guys. Notifications play a huge role. And come to think of it, how would you even know if a person is online if you're not notified? So yeah, I actually feel like this is something that everyone should take note of, and especially if they're saying that they want to engage or check someone's content. So yeah, let's do that. And it's also for us as well, because sometimes you subscribe and not turn on the notification bell. So yeah, but I love this. The fact that you guys got the notification, it shows that you actually do the notification thingy. All right. So, ooh, that was loud. I was supposed to be having a different mug today, but yeah, life happens and I have the same mug. You know what? I could be having that white one with a little bit of red. What do you think? Hmm? I'm obsessed about my mugs, guys. I'm super obsessed. I think I should actually start a business on beautiful mugs, and yeah, have just a mug match and distribute it, because I love mugs so much. All right. It should be another part of my business. All right. Anyway, moving on. So I think it's important for us to engage on this. So earlier today, I had and it was a conference, a Zoom conference with a Vets Business School. And if you want to see some of the engagements that we did, you can go to my Twitter. It's Real Talk with Ntabi. You'll see the conversations that we were having, all the inputs from all the speakers. And yeah, it was just super awesome. Yeah, check it out. Real Talk with Ntabi on Twitter. You will see all the engagement. It was super amazing. And now, so, most of the points that we were looking at was the issue of when do you know, when do you know that this is the right time to just jump ship and focus on, entrepreneurship or just your business, full time? Because like right now, you think of having a full-time job, and when you think of leaving the job, you ask yourself a question, but is my business gonna grow? Is my business gonna make me money? Am I not taking a risk and all of that? Now the question, evening champ, someone is saying evening champ, I don't know who you are, but I can quickly go to Facebook now and check who you are. You know how it is when you're on Facebook, I will not see your name. So when you're on Facebook, please comment with your name, because we gotta know who you are. You're part of the real fam. Either or, whether you are on YouTube or you're not, we're hoping that one day you will be part of it. So it's Kagiso Miti. Yay! So Kagiso Miti is a public speaker, guys. That's the one. I'm looking at Facebook now. He's a public speaker. He's an amazing speaker. He is just, his motivation is on another level. And he owes me a video, a collaboration that we need to do for YouTube. And he's my homie. We come from the same town and even the same village. So it's just super awesome. And he's just amazing in his craft. Nice to see you here. All right, moving on. So now, when do you know when to quit? So now let's start firstly identifying, like, for you to even start having a side hustle, what inspires that or what motivates that? So the first thing that motivates you to start a side hustle is probably an issue of you seeing an opportunity or seeing something that you love doing, and you take up that opportunity and you see actually the value that you can provide, or you identify that problem that you can solve to other people, right, or to whoever. And once you identify that, then you start looking at that as a service, and then you offer that service, and the rest is what? Money coming in, right? So that's basically that. Now that is super important for you to start with. At the beginning, you have to start with that, né? But now I also want us to take note of something, that when it comes to entrepreneurship, as you grow in terms of learning more about business and everything, you will find yourself in opportunities that somehow you were not even thinking about. So what I mean by that, as much as you can be passionate about doing something, I mean, I'm passionate about design and I love it, and I'm doing it because I love it, and I'm constantly improving in my design career because I love it. It inspires me to know more, to do more, which is super great, right? But I didn't limit myself to saying um, designing is just all that I know, or I'll just focus on that. If there's some kind of interest that develops, I will look into that, right? So now, what I want to tell you about entrepreneurship is that as much as you can look at what you love and doing what you love all the time, there are certain businesses where you can see an opportunity there, and you can really see that, you know what, this one doesn't need so much of passion. It needs me to be knowledgeable. It needs me to have knowledge about um, that type of business. It needs me to know how the business planning, the processes, the structure of the business can be. That's basically all that you need to know. And when you see that you can solve a problem, because think about it, someone who thought of designing masks immediately when COVID started and all that, even though masks, by the way, masks were there a long time ago. They were there a long time ago. There was someone who actually tried to, I think they looked for funding, someone to fund them for doing those masks, but I don't remember how they were selling the product at the time. What was that for, basically? But masks were there for a while back. So now you can think of someone who came up with the idea of masks and saw an opportunity, or not necessarily someone who thought about the idea. Even just about anyone who was aware that we are in the middle of a pandemic, and I have a machine, I'm a fashion designer. My designing were not necessarily about designing masks or what, but because you even have the resources and everything, you now see an opportunity to actually jump in and make this a business thing, right? And then you do that, and what happens? You make money. What did you do? You just took an opportunity, a business opportunity that you see. Already you have the sales skills. Already you know how to structure your business. Already you know how to manage your finances. So when you see a business opportunity, sometimes you just grab it like that. So I want us to understand that there are those type of businesses where you don't need to scratch your head that hard, or you don't need to say that, from when I was still young, I knew that I wanted to be a designer. I knew that I wanted to be a what, all of those things. I knew that I wanted to be an actor, an actress, all of those things. So whatever the case may be. So it's important for us to open our minds and to think of what other opportunities are there for us, because sometimes we want to focus only on what we think we are capable of doing and not see a broader picture. Now, let me make an example. So digital marketing is something that I fell in love with. Remember this, digital marketing is part of the work that I do, but it's another section of designing and web management, web marketing, and all that. It's on the other side. It's like in what, a part of it. So it's like digital marketing is there, and this is what I'm doing, is it falls under that umbrella. But now it wasn't something that I was specializing in. And what did I do? I saw an opportunity when lockdown started and saw that, you know what, a lot of people are not aware of about digital marketing, and they're making like hectic mistakes, and they're starting to wonder how things are working, how this and that used to happen and all that. Now I saw the need to give out value and share more about digital marketing. And as much as I got to fall in love with digital marketing, and this happened when I think it was around 2013. No, I'm lying. Probably 2017. I think I was working for a media and advertising agency at the time. That's when I was challenged to do a project, a digital project with an international client. And I had to run everything from scratch, teach myself and all that. And that was the most amazing experience, because it made me fall in love with that, and I started enjoying doing that. And then from there, it just grew. So now when I started giving out value, especially during the lockdown, I was like, you know what? As much as I know this skill, there's an opportunity for me to do a free certificate, which is fundamentals of digital marketing. And I repeat, if you haven't thought about doing it, consider doing it. The fact that you are online right now, the fact that you buy data, you are on social media, you somehow will benefit something out of it. It's long, it will take you days and or maybe weeks or a month, depending on how long you want to do it, for you to complete it. It's tiring. Just when you think you are done, there is an exit exam that you have to do. Now you have to remember everything that you did from the beginning and all that, but it's worth it at the end. It's worth it at the end, because as you go, you learn so many things. So now that I was able to learn that, I'm able to now add it as a savers. I saw an opportunity, and now it's part of the savers. So this brings me to the point that I was saying, that when you have an open mindset, when opportunities come, you will see them. You will see the need to venture into something. It's not like you are all over the place. There are certain businesses that you realize that I am Tabi, she's all over the place, she's all over the show, and it can be overwhelming and confusing. But if you are good at running a business, oopsie, I almost dropped my phone. If you're good at running your business, if you're good at managing certain aspects of business, and if you understand those things, you will somehow have a way to work around it, right? You will have a way to work around it. And I mean, even for me right now, I realize that my business is growing. I now know I don't have one business now. I basically have three businesses, because I have a design agency. I have this brand called Booby Brand, where I now sell what merchandise, sell t-shirts, sell accessories, and there's more that is still coming. And also I have this content creator, which is Ntabi, who is working with campaigns and brands and all that. So as it grows, you realize that now knowledge of being in the books, going understanding the principle of business, how to manage it, and all of that. That has to come in now, because for me to juggle all of this and for them to be successful, I need to have a good business, a solid structure, a solid plan, or a solid what process for my business, which is something that I'm working hard on at this very moment. Like, if you ask me right now, I'm working so hard on that. All right. So let me go to the comments before I continue. Okay, I think you're speaking about the lavender mug. Let me pick it up so that when you speak, I can hear you properly. What were you saying, madam? The lavender mug is doing its thing. I like it. For some people, they think they have to do one or other, but you can grow the one you love to replace the other. For some people, they think they have to do one or the other. But you can grow the one you love to replace the other. Love that. Love that. You are actually emphasizing what I was saying. Let me have a sip before I put it down. Guys, how big is this mug? Look at this mug and look at my head. But I've got the biggest mug. One day I'll come with it. I'm telling you, you're gonna laugh at me when you see that mug. Okay, get a certification in what I'm doing already for free. Yes, ma'am. Yes, get a certificate. You will get that. The certificate is still free. And I'm thinking that it might not be free forever. A Google certificate, it might not be free forever. And right now, if you guys are still sleeping and thinking, should I, shouldn't I? I'm going to jump into another certificate and I'm going to come and hold you with a plug to say, hey, here's another certificate. Do you want to do it? So the sooner you start, the better. You are helping yourself. You are helping yourself. No pressure, but there's a little bit of pressure, because we'll never know when Google can decide this course is no longer available. For you to do it, you'll have to pay a certain amount. We know how things change, guys, in this online space. Things change, so consider doing it. Consider doing it. And also, because most of the modules or the chapters, yeah, the modules and everything, all the courses, different section, different topics, they normally have like short videos. You see, excuse me, you see how like YouTube Academy would have a short video about teaching about something. So this course also has similar things. Like you would have a video there. It will probably be the maximum length of the video would be probably 8 minutes or less, where they explain, they make a scenario, and it makes it so easy for you to understand. And then there's questions that you answer. So even if you don't really want to get that certificate, just to make a day, or decide that, you know what, for this week, because I think our problem is that as people, we tend to want to know certain things, or to upgrade or level ourselves up in terms of knowledge and everything, but we're not willing to put in the time. We're not willing to sacrifice certain things just to have that time, which is something that is important. So if you can plan and say, for this week, obviously focusing on that one thing when you have other things might be difficult, but if you can say, for this week, for 2 days, yeah, I will prioritize about what, 3 hours on each day, and do the certificate. Just go and do that, those questions, and learn something. You can see how far you can go, and then once you are already in, it will not kick you out. You won't need to start over. You will start where you left off. So you make yourself know, you learn something. I think it's very important, because if you are online, that is a plug. I'm telling you, like, you need that. And now that I'm mentioning this, I'm gonna make my sister start it as well. And I told her that I want her to come to my house for a month. I want her to come and stay with me for a month. So I'm gonna force her to do that course. And mainly because she did business and marketing. And the fact that there's business and marketing there, it means that it's really in line with that. So I'm gonna do that. So yeah, hold me accountable on that. I promise you I'll give you feedback. Hi sis, I hope you well. Please share your accessories page handle, please. Okay, my darling. Listen, I will share the link. I will share the name, but something that you have to take note of. I haven't placed the accessories on the page as yet, but you can expect them soon. I've taken pictures and all that. I'm going to be uploading them soon. But I'm going to type in the name now. So you will see that the page at this moment, it just has t-shirts. It doesn't have anything. So it's Booby Brand. Booby Brand is the name. This is the name, Booby Brand, on Instagram. So you can check it out. And as long as you follow the page, when the accessories come in, you will get them. But just to plug you, I'm selling this accessories for 70 Rand. 70 Rand, 70. So if you're around Gauteng, we can arrange as to how I can deliver to you. And I have also different colors that are available. At this point, I've got black, I've got pink, I've got yellow, I've got what else? I've got brown. So there's also other designs that I have. So I will definitely post them as ASAP. It's part of my task for this week, so you can expect them pretty soon. Yay! I just had to move from Facebook. Sis is doing the things, man. Yes. Stop it. I like it. Thank you so much. Listen, let me cheers to you. Cheers, Kagiso. Guys, remember I was talking about Kagiso, that he's an amazing public speaker. He's just doing amazing. He travels around the country. We have this Botswana. If you guys know Botswana, I know you know Botswana. Like, he does talks there, and he's just traveling. He's just doing amazing, and I'm super inspired by him. And he just moved from Facebook. He came to YouTube. I appreciate that, and you know why? Because this is also helping with the watch time, Kagiso. If you watch from Facebook, it doesn't add as a view on YouTube. So the fact that you are here, it adds up to your watch time. So much appreciation. Thank you. That made my day. Thank you so much. Where do we go online to check out the Google course? There are several people I'd like to share with. Okay. You know what? This is what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get that link. Actually, no. Listen, guys. Please go to my playlist. There's a playlist. It's called Digital Marketing Playlist. Unfortunately, I'm streaming from my mobile device, so trying to share the screen from here, it will just make funny things, or I'll probably, the tripod will just drop, whatever. So there is a video on fundamentals of digital marketing certificate that I did. On that particular video, under the playlist called IL Designs and Digital Marketing, I think you will see on the description, I have the link to the course, and all the details are there. So when you click there, you will find it. So, but also what I'll do, when we end this video, when I do the editing, I will put it out for, in case maybe you guys don't find that video. But my quickest advice is for you to go there, actually even watch that video, because I explain just all the details as to how you do it, how you can do it, how long you can take, and all of those things. So that video is specifically about that certificate. So it's not even long. It's probably less than 15 minutes, that video. So it will be great if you watch it and click on the link and go and start that course. Even if you do not get certified, if you feel like it might be too much, I'm telling you that you're going to learn so much from it. But my hope is that I love doing things and finishing them. So my hope is that you will do it and finish what you start. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping you will do. Moya says it's good that we are empowering, that you are empowering, sis. When you said you force her to do the course, I felt the authority that came with those words. Thank you so much. And you know what? For someone, it might come out like wrong to say, why are you forcing her? Let her do what is like what she wants. What if she doesn't want to do it? But in this case, this is something that I know will benefit her. So I'm going to push her and even keep motivating as to why she needs to do it. So that's basically what I'm going to do. And it's going to be a school. Like she's going to be on at a university. She graduated now, but she's going to be at the university because I'm going to make sure that she even shares what she has learned and whatnot. So yeah, I'm going to do that. But it's quite important. And guys, let's think about it. You know, some of us have got siblings, and it's pointless for me to even just give out value to you guys. You guys are part of my family, right? But I'm talking about my black family right now, okay? So I can't just leave her out when I know that it can benefit her, especially on what she has studied. You get my point. And other than that, the fact that she will obviously work in an environment where is a lot of marketing and all that, the time she gets to that level, already she would have amazing knowledge of how to do things. So when we see an opportunity, let's not let it go or let it pass us by. Let it not pass us by, guys. Imagine something that is free, but yet we have data to watch me. You see, right now, if you can say that, Ntabi, I just saw that link. I'm actually gonna start now. So bye. I'll check you later. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm happy. Go do that. It's fine. You are doing it for a great cause. So the fact that you are learning something from here as well. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes, guys, we use our data for nothing. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I love TikTok, ne? And lately I've been posting dancing pictures, and I realized that I look like I'm going back to spending a couple of more time on TikTok, and it's not good. TikTok, when it comes, it's great. You can do so much on TikTok. You can laugh your lungs out. You can enjoy the videos, but it's time consuming. I even want to do a video about it. That 10 seconds or 50 or 30 seconds video, after you've watched that, the next one, before you know it, 2 hours is gone. You are busy going one, laughing, dancing, and all that. So let's look at how we spend our data, how we spend our money. Let's invest in something that is a little bit worth it for us. Yes, it's okay, you can watch all of those things, but if you can spare some time to also prioritize important things that can add value in your life, then do it. Do it. All right, do it. I hope my mic is not doing funny things. Yay! Join the real fam, Kagiso. Yes. Let's give him some love. Let's give him some love. Let's give him some love. Thank you so much. Yeah, much love. That heart shows that you are taking something from that. Your lucky moves though, I'll give you that. Listen, you know what? I love dancing. I don't want to lie to you. I love dancing. And it somehow, it does something to me. It makes me just feel good, and just it brings me so much joy. I'm a happy being. I'm a happy person. And even if I'm going through like the most in a day or work, if I can just spare 10 minutes and just, play music. And it's not necessarily dance music. I can be playing a worship song and just singing my lungs out as if I'm a good singer, and I am terrible when it comes to singing. So yeah, that's me right there. That's me right there. Awesome. So guys, I guess you get an overview of what I was obviously emphasizing right now, right? Now, when is the right time to leave? Because I feel like some people make it easy to say you're gonna make more money when you run your own business, so quit. So now the first things or the questions that you need to ask yourself before you quit is, do you know your pocket? Like, where's your pocket? Where are you standing? Do you have enough money that will sustain you as you now start your business or as you focus on it full time? Do you think you will be able to run it and it will bring in money and you will just be okay? Do you think is the best thing to do, or you can run both? What are the pros and cons? So the cons of this would be that if you don't have enough money and your business suffers, chances are whatever that you're trying to invest in might not materialize, because you probably need to fund certain things, and if you can't fund them, then it becomes a problem, right? Maybe that could be the first point. Now, another point would be probably you were not actually ready to go that route, or you haven't done your proper research. You just painted a picture thinking that if I get out of here and go and sell t-shirts, I will make a lot of money, so why not? Because the first thing that you have to take note of, selling a t-shirt is not a difficult thing. But when you look at someone who's selling a t-shirt and you can see that Ntabi sells her earrings to her clients, and then they are buying them, they are, and you are thinking, so it means that if I can also sell earrings or sell t-shirts, people will buy, without realizing that Ntabi has an audience that she built. She has given value to that audience. She has somehow gotten to understand what her audience want. So now you come, you say, okay, you start trying to sell, and then you wonder, why is it that people are not buying into the work that I do or my business? It's because you don't have a clientele. You don't have, you didn't build that audience. So building an audience is very important. Now, how do you build an audience, or how does building an audience link up with you wanting to leave your job? So how it links up is that, so the fact that you currently freelancing, doing hustling both sides, having a full-time job and having a side hustle, in the interim, it's very important for you to make time in terms of trying to find out who your audience are, what they want, and how they want it, so that you can learn from that space, so that you can learn in that regard. So once you have that in order, then you will be sorted in terms of making a decision and knowing who you are actually selling to, or who you are engaging with, right? Or offering the service to. That is the most important part that you need to take note of. And now, without dwelling much into this, do you know when is the right time? I don't think we know when is the right time. And I'll tell you why. For me, I left my day job and I was not fully ready to leave my day job. I knew that one day I want to leave my 8 to 5, but I was not ready to leave. I feel like my finances were not that great to say that, hey, I can be sure that for at least a year, even if my business cannot fund itself, I can fund it. You understand? So that was my difficult thing. What I was going through at the time. But now I had to make a decision. I had to take a decision. So what made me take a decision? I had to look at the business, the company that I was working for, and I had to look at my company. And I had to put them, put one here, and say, okay, Do I go for the full-time job, 85? Do I go for my business? I needed to make a choice. So I chose my business mainly because this is my legacy. This is something that I've built. This is something that I want to sustain. And this is something I've been working for over 5 years. And 5 years is just nothing. Guys, if you're here and thinking that running a business for 5 years or for a year or two, and then you're thinking that it will boom just like that, and then when it doesn't, you are going to give up and all that, you have another thing coming. I'm on 5 years. Actually, this is the 6th year, but I'm still pushing. I'm still changing certain things. I'm still leveling up. I'm still getting to where I want to be. I'm not there yet. So I had to choose my business. And it was a tough one because it meant that it's like now I need to start from scratch. It's like that thing when you wake up. Guys, when you run your business, this is what happens. When I wake up every day and decide that today I'm not going to work, I get stressed. I get stressed out because it means that I'm losing out on money. It means that chances are by the end of the month, there won't be much money coming in. So I need to keep working. And working also means that I need to go out there, find clients. I need to sell my service because you can't just fold your hands and be in an office and be an office madam and say that I'm waiting for work to come in. I'm waiting for the emails to come in, and a person requests me to design a website, a logo, a banner, a video, or whatever. It doesn't work like that. You need to grind and look for business and all of that. You need to speak to clients, find out if they're okay, and all of that. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. How do I do it? I'll tell you one day. I'll do a video about it one day as to how I managed to do that. But it's not always easy. Let me see your comments. One thing I've learned in my young life is you are never ready until you make a choice and act on it. Yes, I love that. You are never ready until you act on something and you make a choice. That is so true because you can never say you are ready unless you act. And even for me, the fact that I said I will, the fact that I've been saying that I will, the fact that I haven't started, it doesn't guarantee or it doesn't even give me an idea or clarity as to how it could turn out. So what that means is that I actually have to start and do something. I need to start and make things happen. If I don't start, unfortunately, nothing's going to happen. If I don't start, nothing's going to happen. So you need to make a choice and act on it. And only then you will realize maybe I made a bad choice. Maybe I didn't think right. Maybe this was not the time or whatever. Or you even see, okay, what can I do better in this regard? Because I feel like I missed out on one, two, three, or I feel like I was not ready on that aspect and all of that. So I totally agree with Moyo guys to say make a choice and act on it. So the minute you make a choice and act on it, that's when you will see even where you are going, where the direction is. So yeah, take note of that. Thank you so much for that point. So grateful. Hey, following. I'm glad that you're following. High five to you. I'm glad that you're following. And the time to be ready is always now. Yeah. Yep, that's so true. The time to be ready is always now because truth of the matter is we think that time will wait for us or things will happen when we have started deciding. The fact that you've thought about something, it means that if it's something that you want, then try it out. And if you're wondering if it will work or it won't work, you will never know until you try. I mean, you start and put it into work. If you don't do that, unfortunately, you will not know. Like, there's no way. You won't know, right? That's the challenge right there. We think that we can wait and the results will come or God will whisper something in our ears to say, when should you start? No, if God gave you that idea, it means that one way or the other, He will help you to pull through and make it happen, right? So yeah, there's never a right time, really. But also, having said that, I don't advise someone to just do something and not have a calculated mindset. So you have to have a calculated mindset, meaning when you make a decision, think about, how you might start and doing things. And at least having an idea is better than just starting with you know, with a blindfold, not seeing anything, not realizing how things are happening and all that. So at least have an open mindset, have an open mindset and think about how you're gonna process your business, how you're gonna go about it. Once you at least have that, you have an idea of how you're gonna go about your business and all that. Okay. So some people suffer a lot when they resign and then start a business because they probably don't have this strong aspect of running a business like full time and all that. There are people that are delegators and they're good in business, but they do better delegating. So when you start your own business, even if you are running it part time, for you to go full time, sometimes you won't be able to hire a team at the moment. You'll probably be your own auditor, your own financial advisor, your own admin, your own everything. That's how it starts, unfortunately. That's how it starts. And if you are able to manage all of that, then at least you have an idea as to how you can, somehow put a balance, or even maybe get someone to do it or something like that. But before that, before there's money in the business, you can't just jump and get someone to come and do the work. How are you going to pay them, for starters, while you are working towards making money and having to pay someone else? All right. But of course, one thing that I got to realize as I grow in business is that running a business alone and hoping that it will be like successful in a huge way, it might not be great. A business to grow, at least you have to have someone who focuses on something else, and then you get to focus on, so there's a balance, because if that person is able to focus on the admin, you get to focus on the clients. If so you can do that, but that comes with time. You don't just jump on it. You just don't jump on it. And something also, let's read a comment first. Calculating and planning is always key. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Hey now, hey now. So grateful is bringing some bombs here, huh? Failing to plan is is planning to fail. Totally agree. Totally agree. I think we deserve an ad break. All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We have started using the children to help with different tasks. Even the small tasks help the business. Can I get an amen? Can I just get an amen on that, guys? This is so true. Even the smallest, because that small task, if it's not done, it means that it's going to open up a gap somewhere. So even that smallest task, exactly. So if there's a family to help grow, use them too. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. That's why I've even worked with my sister on some of the projects that I've been doing and all that. And even with now the Booby brand, I actually want her to be the one who manages it, to say, you know what, this is, act like this is your brand and run this brand, market this brand, sell this brand, be the manager for this brand. I'm actually gonna appoint her for that, because she helped me a lot with marketing on IL designs and all of that. But now it has to be more. She has to do more. She has to do more, you know. And it's like it's overdue. It's long overdue. She's supposed to be doing more. We've had these conversations and all of that. And then she got a job, and because of COVID, they decided to cut them off. So it's that thing that she has to jump on board. Seriously, guys. And an advantage of having a business and somehow having an opportunity to have even your family or just people that are closer to you who are able to just help the business grow, then why not? Why not? You know, why not? I know some people say that doing business with family sometimes it's not great. Hey, what politics, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Business is all about communication. It's all about just being clear and direct as to this is how we run the business. This is what happens and everything. It's either you in or you out. We are here to work. We are not here to relax and expect to get paid, but you are not working. Like, guys, 8 hours. When 8 hours in a day passes and I haven't done much, hey, I worry, guys. I worry. But unless, of course, maybe I was just maybe tired for the day, or there was maybe something that is distracting me, maybe house chores and everything, I can forgive myself for that. But when a day just goes by and I ask myself, what did I do today? When I have a business, hey, I worry a lot. I worry a lot. So let's work on our businesses, guys. Let's work on our businesses. The way you're pushing your sis and putting her on there is amazing. I'm inspired. Thank you so much, Moyo. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. At the end of the day, if I don't do it, who's going to? Who's going to, and I know when it comes to even siblings, you can do so much. You can just do so much, and then the rest they have to make a choice, right? And it's not always easy to help them with the choices that they need to make, but we cannot give up on them. We cannot give up on somehow trying to get them in the right direction and make them see. Unfortunately, not everyone sees what you see. Sometimes I'll go like, but guys, do you see the opportunities that are here? And I tell my sister, I'm like, you have a very amazing body. Imagine if, and she loves fitness. I'm like, imagine if your Instagram had to be 10 into fitness and you start attracting fitness brands. You could be marketing the Adidas, the Nikes, the Pumas, and all of that. So sometimes we see those things, but another person doesn't see that. You see it, but they don't see it. So yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, we keep giving out value. We keep teaching where we can, and at the end of the day, a person makes their own decision, because truth is you can't decide for people. So a person needs to make a choice as to what they want to do, and once they do that, then they will obviously do well at it, unlike you trying to do it forcefully. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, okay, another comment. That's the best way also to encourage others by giving them opportunities to grow and practice. It keeps us from giving away what we can maximize. Hey now, hey now. You're making me remember why I love doing these conversations with you guys, why I love these live streams, because these nuggets are just on another level. Listen, exactly. My point exactly. Thank you so much for that point. Thank you so much for that point. It's very important. Now, let's try to wrap up this part of, do you know when you are ready to leave your job? I personally don't think. Actually, let me pose this question to you as well. Do you think you'll know when you are ready? Do you think you'll ever know when you are ready to jump ship and focus on one thing? And in my opinion, I don't think there's ever a time when you can say I'm ready. And mainly because a business is a journey. A business can be great today and tomorrow it can be not so great. Look at how the pandemic started changing. Imagine how many business had to close down because the pandemic dealt with those businesses, right? Now, I feel like with business, it's just an issue of making a solid decision of doing something and working on it, perfecting it each and every time. And nothing guarantees its success more than the amount of work or what you do daily. And what you do daily also, it influences the decisions that you make when it comes to business. Because when you think about business, what's associated with business? Money, making money, making mullah, making those dollars, honey, right? So that is what's associated with business. The whole objective of having a business is because you want to make money. So now, when it comes to when to jump ship or whatever, if you feel like this is what you need to do and you can't do it full time, I had to resign because I was not coping with two businesses. And as much as I would have loved to do them both, I was already now getting to my lowest in terms of being fatigued, not being able to cope. And how do you effectively or give your best when your batteries are low? How do you give your best when your batteries are low? So I had to make a decision. You know, um, would I go back to working full time? That was a long pause, eh? That was a long pause because I'm thinking about it. Would I go back to working full time? No, I wouldn't. Unless, of course, you put a very big, good offer on the table, then I'll consider it. But there will be terms and conditions. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. A big offer on the table and certain terms and conditions. That's where I am. The entrepreneur in you, I need that in my life. Listen, I am you and you are me. The fact that I'm talking to you right now, whatever that I'm saying, take that, put it into action. Be empowered and let that help you to be transformed. Okay, so you know what, you can't guarantee when you will perfect or be that best entrepreneurship. Right this very moment, you can make the decision now to say, I'm going to be the best at what I do, and you're going to push as much as you can. You are going to put an effort and you are going to fix whatever that needs to be fixed so that you can get there. That's it. You make that decision now. You don't even sit and go like, yo, one day I want to think like Ntabi's thinking. What about now? What are you doing now? So you need to ask yourself those things. So I'm here to inspire. In all honesty, I'm here to empower and transform. So you need to be inspired. When you're inspired by this, then we go, you know, then we go. That's basically that. That's where I am. All right. So where was I? So life happens. Sometimes life will show you flames to a point where you don't even know. Sometimes you'll never know. I might be forced to go back to full time, maybe for certain reasons. Maybe if like it's bad, like I'm not getting any business at all. So maybe that could be the day when I do that. But what I say is that in the world that we live in, there's so much opportunities. And if we can't be open-minded and grab those opportunities, then we have a problem. Then we have a problem. So we need to open our mindsets and somehow find a way to navigate through the business world and make things happen for ourselves, guys. Like we need to. We need to. I don't think that we are incapable of it. I don't think with so much opportunity, guys, your fellow people are the ones that have to buy into your savers. So working for someone else is great, but at some point you need to think for your for you need to, especially if you are innovative and you have ideas, take advantage of those ideas and make things happen. Take advantage of those ideas. Sorry guys, my lips are apologies for using you as a mirror. I felt like my lips were getting dry for a second there. So you must take advantage of what you know, what you are able to do. Take advantage of that and make the most of it by giving it your all, by trying all things possible. I don't think that you can fail without trying. So if you haven't tried and tested something, then you can't even come to me and say, I know I'm not capable of doing one, two, three. No ways. And no. Nope. Nope. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Um, it don't work like that. So yeah, please take note of that, okay? Please take note of that. Now, what I can say is that there will never be a right time, but be smart to really work on your brand and make sure that you somehow protect it even financially. Some of us, our businesses ran for a while, and your business account was also a personal account. So the same business account, you would take money from it and buy food, buy what and whatnot. So that it's a killer for the business somehow. So that's why in a business it's important to pay yourself. It's important to pay yourself a salary so that when that salary is finished, you know that the remaining money is not the money. It's not mine. I needed to use that money wisely. So if I was not able to do that, and I think having a concept of paying yourself in the business, it helps you to somehow have a good balance in knowing even how you should manage your money, or how you should, financially see how things are happening in your business, whether it's going up or down, whether it's left or right, whether you are just in a standstill or what. So that's the best way to look at it, I think. That's what I think. All right. Now that's that. So we also have someone out there. We are almost at the end, by the way, just so you know. There is someone out here who does not even have an idea what they need to do. They probably have an idea of starting a business. They don't have a business, but they are hoping to start a business and they don't know how to go about it. And they don't know where to start. And this means even if they are working full time or they are not, they still want to start a business. So, what are the points that I want you to take note of when you want to start a business? Obviously, the first thing is you need to know what you want to do, what problem you want to solve, and who you are going to solve that problem for. Meaning who are your target audience? Who's your target audience? So that is the first point that I want you to take note of. And then the second point that I want you to take note of is that you need to make it a point that you make your customers the highest priority, and you make sure that they understand your type of service, or they understand what you're offering. Because sometimes we run businesses, and the reason why people don't buy into a business is because they don't understand what's happening. And maybe you're here and thinking, but in time, earrings are earrings. What is there not to understand? A person will just see that, okay, I'm selling earrings and then buy. You need to make them understand the brand, your brand proposition, your what is your unique selling point? What will make this, what's special about these earrings? Why should they even buy into them? Why should they even have them? So you need to have that. You need to have something that gives them a reason to buy into what you do. Unfortunately, it's not an issue of, you know, you have no reason. You know, it's the same thing as food. I mean, we consume food each and every day. You would think that a retail store selling food, it won't need to really market themselves well as to why you need to buy this particular brand or whatever. Unfortunately, they will give you a reason why you should buy that rice, tasty rice or whatever, something like that. So this is something that is consumed every day. So what makes you think that you can just sell just like that without having a valid reason, or being able to sell that to someone or make a person away? You get my point? That is a point that I want you to take note of. This just came in my head right now. Without commitment, you'll never start. But most importantly, without consistency, you will never reach your target goal. Hey man, ish. You guys are power. You guys, you know what? I should stop talking and just allow you guys to hoy in the amazing nuggets there, because you guys are so on point. This is so true. Without commitment, you'll never start. But most importantly, without consistency, you'll never reach your target goal. Listen, talking about consistency, you are touching deep now. You are touching deep, because this is what often, thinking about each and every time, to say, for you to, if you are doing something, whether it's for yourself or someone, for you to be remembered, you need to keep going, keep working on something. And you can never expect something to work if you're not putting in the effort. And the nice thing about consistency, with which people sometimes overlook this, something about consistency is that consistency, it helps you to just excel. It helps you to better yourself. It helps you to, like, if you're consistent, imagine if you consistently do what you are, capable of doing, and whatever. The more you do it, the better it will. Like, the better, like, the more, like, I'm thinking, I want to think of a better word. But the more you keep doing it, the more consistent you are, you're gonna level up. It's gonna be even better and better each and every day. The fact that I kept on working on my business, working on my brand, it got better and better. The fact that I'm still working on it, it keeps getting better and better. Let's make a very close example. Our YouTube channels. The more consistent we are on our YouTube channel, when you make sure that at least in a week I have a video that is up, when you keep doing that, you can see that it keeps getting better and better. You move from having just 5 views to at least having 50 views. Some of us are still, we are hoping that one day we will get to those 1,000 views within few hours of posting. But that will happen with what? Consistency, and making sure that you continue to give out value, continue to hoy in the nuggets and all of that. And you continue to engage with amazing people like you guys who are inspiring me right now. So I'm inspired by this conversation, and some of the comments that you put out, they made me also think, and they make me wiser. That's one, guys, you're making me wiser, and I love you guys for that. Thank you. That part more, listen, like, I'm there. Without commitment, you'll never start. But most importantly, without consistency, you will never reach your target. So if you're not consistent, if you're hoping to get somewhere, you will not get there. Fire. Listen, uh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you. Let me also say thank you, Moyo, because yeah, that point is valid. It's so valid. You are holding in nuggets there. It's very important. We want and also I think just adding to your statement, it's also important to understand that we need to set those targets because just working and not having a goal, just doing something without having a goal, it's like you are just, the wind is blowing this side, you're going, it's blowing this side, you're going. The next thing you end up at any destination. But at least if you have some kind of a goal that is set, you know that no, 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 I'm going east. And then even if the wind it keeps doing this, you know that no, 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 but I can't keep going to the north. I need to go to the east or south. So yeah, I like that. I like that. Ah, now the second point that you need to take note of is that you need to understand your strengths, your skills in your business, and where this is coming from, especially if, let's say, you are still running a part-time job, you're hustling on the side, and you have a full-time job. You know that the people in your business are your customers, right? The people that buy into what you're doing are those clients, and they are the most important. So, meaning you shouldn't overpromise and not deliver. I'm a victim of promising, over promising, and not delivering on time. Not necessarily not delivering at all, but not delivering on time because I put myself in this corner that no, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to do that. But because I have other things that I'm doing, I was not honest enough to say, I will do this for you, but within this time frame, I won't be able to do it is like at this particular time because I have other commitments. But obviously, you can't really go deep and tell people that I have another business. So no, you just become honest to say, okay, I can do this task for you, but I will do it in a day or two, or give me a week or something like that, depending on what the project is or what the service is. So let's be honest and also be truthful because our strengths depend on what we can take in. We can't be masters of everything and take in everything. You can't take in everything. There has to be somehow a way for you to, pause a little bit on certain things and focus on certain things. I mean, we are not robots. We can't just juggle everything. And it's only fair that you do that for your business because you are also saving your business from having a bad name. Because if one person didn't like your savers, it's possible that they can, engage with someone else and they tell them like you are not great, your service is not great, and all that. So that traditional marketing might not benefit you in any way. You might be their enemy of some sort. All right, guys, we're gonna do this for just 1 hour 30 minutes. So it's 1 hour 17 minutes. So yeah, we have about 13 minutes, I think. Yeah. So also the most important thing is that you need to have people that can guide you when it comes to business. Um, there are people that are more knowledgeable and like for example, you're probably not even an accountant. You don't even know how, to even calculate certain things that are happening. So those are the things that you need to think of finding someone to do. But obviously, when your business is still starting or you're still hustling and trying, you might need to do that on your own. But it's important for you to get advisors, get, I could say mentors, but just advisors. And advisors don't have to be physically someone that you paying, someone that you consulting, and then they charge you a certain fee to consult for that particular service that you need or advice on something. But instead, you can utilize free resources like your YouTube, for example, which is the perfect example to say, okay, how can I do one, two, three? How can I do one, two, three? You get all of those things. You utilize all these free things until you are able to afford to get someone, a professional, to come and do things. And even some of those people that post the stuff on social media and all that, they are actually professionals. It's just that you are not physically going to them, but they are professionals. You get my point? They are professionals. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I was just stretching my back. So they are professionals, and they wouldn't put out content if they did not have facts and everything. There are fakers out there. Someone will just post something and it's not it, but there are genuinely great advisors out there when it comes to business and all of that. And I mean, even this video itself, the fact that we are sharing so much content in terms of the best way for you to, run your business, to make a decision and everything, the little things that you need to take into account, things that can help you. I mean, right on the comments what you guys have been saying, with all of that, someone can take a lot out of that to change things around for their business. You get my point? So it's those things that we have to look into. Now, do you guys have business plans? Do you write business plans? Because I don't, I believe that business plans changes every now and again. That's what I think. Business plans change every now and again, and for me to just have this one business plan to say this is it. I have a structured business model, not like a plan and all that, because along that there is certain things that I would add and see that they would have value and all that. So think of years having I think have a business model and have an idea of how you want to scale your business and see some kind of a future. But obviously sometimes you can't see other things that you might have interest in putting when you continue with your business. So with that regards, I would say that have that model that will somehow help you to even venture into other things or continue you know putting it out or putting more stuff. But business plans change every day. If you just have one business plan and think that it's going to be like that, sometimes things change. The business idea that you had might not work. Maybe the business idea that you had for 2020 and 2021 was for you to do outdoor activities and do whatever. Automatically that business plan will have to change completely, because the fact that you couldn't be outside or or engage with people physically, it means that there has to be another outlook for that. You need to look at it in a different way. It will not work in that case. You get my point? So yeah, those are things that we need to look into. Laquita says, honestly speaking, I have obligations writing ones. We keep making changes as we grow and develop also. My point exactly. My point exactly. And that's basically how it happens. The only thing that you can have is to have a model for your business as to this is it, this is where it's going. Just that, even if you add something, at least you are aware. Because as you grow, things change. And with business, you don't just grow based on what you want for your business, but you also look at, okay, what is happening in the economy, what is happening in the market, what is more what is the demand, what is, you see all of those things, you think of all of those things, and in that way you are able to even change certain things right there. Because if you can just have a one plan and then focus on that, chances are you find that only 1% of whatever that you wrote there could work. It's possible, so we need to think beyond. Yes, have I don't want to say have a business plan. Never have a business. Don't consider having a business plan, unless, of course, maybe you are pitching something and then they want a business plan. You can write it for that particular thing at that moment. And obviously, if things change, then they will have to adapt to you coming up with different ideas or whatever. But honestly, a business plan, guys, it's no longer, So we are together on that one. So knowing your numbers as well is important. So know every cent that comes into the business, guys. Like, when was it? Yesterday, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, I was counting my stock, the t-shirts, the earrings. I was counting the stock and making sure that I note each and every stock, how much everything costs on the stock that I have, and the ones that I sold, separating them to say, okay, how much was that and all that. Every cent counts, and it's important for you to take note of these things. You know, when you run business and just sell like you're selling sweets, and then you're not even checking what's happening. You know, it's the same thing as, you know, at some point I used to get into shops, buy, and then throw away slips like that. And now you realize that sometimes you need to look at those slips and take note of the amount of money that you spent, so that when you now look at your finances, you're like, what did I buy? And then you start asking yourself, what did I buy? You like don't know what you spend your money on. So those are some of the things that could actually be of a concern. So know your money, know what's happening. Even if you're gonna use it for something, know exactly how much money got into your account and how it works. Even the charges that are there. Yo, let me tell you a story. This other day, well, not this other day, for the longest time, for a couple of, it's probably almost a year, I've been seeing, like, that is something that happened a while back. I was seeing like a huge amount of money getting out of my account, and I didn't understand. But why am I paying so much money for certain services, banking charges? I didn't understand. I didn't understand. But for almost a year, I just looked and I kept paying and complaining, but I didn't do anything about it until I realized, I'm like, no ways. If I keep doing this, if I can calculate the amount of money that is going out that I don't know exactly why it's going out, you know, you'll be charged 100 and something for some fees, and you wonder what fees are those. I went to the bank, went and did inquired. My statement was there. Whoever was helping me was there, taking me through each and everything, explaining everything. And now I knew, okay, it was because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I had to stop certain things. So it's important. Every cent counts. When 1 cent gets out of your account, you need to know. Imagine if now someone was taking one rand out of your account for like the whole year. How much money would they have made? Hmm? Without you paying attention. So let's not be ignorant. Let's know our finances and all that. Let's know, you know, a month cannot pass and you go like, I don't know what I did with that money. Yo, guys, we work too hard for our money. So this thing of saying, I don't know what I did with it. Like right now, I can't just get into your shop and just buy anything for the sake of buying. I think first, is this something that I need? Do I need this? Unless, even if it's something to treat myself, I think about it first to say, okay, how much do I have? How much can I spend for myself? And even if I want to treat myself on something, is it something that I need? You know, you don't just do things and just spend and just swipe pay. You know, there's this song right now, it's popular, swipe 10, new swipe pen. It's like you swipe. What you do, you just swipe, 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 swipe. Doesn't work like that. It don't work like that, honey. We are not bomb swiping. We swipe with, you think first. Family duties, I'm back now. Not a problem, darling. Not a problem. Not a problem. Much love to you and your family. And we appreciate that they're allowing you to, you know. I appreciate that my daughter, by the way, my daughter. So she's my daughter for now. So okay. Don't even question it. So I appreciate that my daughter is allowing you to be here and, you know, to engage a little bit. You know, I appreciate her for that. Much love to her. Unless she's sleeping. It's 8 o'clock. Maybe it's past her bedtime. And of course, hubby, we appreciate. that. Every cent counts. Every cent counts. Like every cent counts. Like whether it's 1 rand that goes out, you need to know where that 1 rand goes, because you think about these things when you are flat broke and you don't have anything. You open all the bags that you have, and check if you have like even some coins or something like that, and you realize no, you've got nothing. So you realize that, hey, every cent counts. You were ignoring those coins and just not using them, or just you realize the importance of that. So yeah, listen, let's know our finances. Like I even want to even have a serious meeting in terms of my business finances and stuff. The spreadsheet needs to be turned up and down. Like there's a lot that needs to be done. Like I said, how do I do all of these things? I don't know as well. But one day I'll share a video about all of that. But that needs to be done, guys. We need to know our finances. It's very important. Umswiping. Umswiping. Wangena nje uyaswipe. Wona umswiping. Ngiyumswiping. Ngiyaswipe. Huh? Come tomorrow. You're thinking, what did I swipe? What was that? What did I do? So yeah, let's think about those things, guys. Let's really think about those things. Let's not keep swiping and not not thinking about the importance of what we're doing, or the how it will impact the business and all of that. Like I said, if you're gonna treat yourself and go to like a holiday, it's understandable. It's understandable because you know that there's money that you're taking out. It's for that particular cost, right? You know exactly that you paid a booking, or for a whatever lodge, whatever hotel. This amount, you know that this amount went to this, and you know that it's for a good cause, because when you go and relax, you're gonna recharge, and you're gonna enjoy the moment in that whatever island or wherever that you will be having a vacation. Yo, guys, I can't wait for a vacation. Does anyone here want to sponsor me with a vacation voucher, please? Do you have a voucher somewhere and you can't travel, but I can? I need a break. I feel like I need a break. So honestly, obviously when you go somewhere, you know that when you go and relax and take a break, it will give you the inspiration to keep working and doing more, so that you can come back and enjoy the fruits of what you're doing. So yeah, hey guys, let's do that. Let's work hard, and at the same time, let's enjoy the benefits of the work that we're doing. We need to benefit. I'm learning. Yeah, I'm swiping. I'm swiping. I like that. I like it. Exactly. If you're on TikTok, Laquita, I don't know. Maybe your kids do TikTok. There's this swiping. If you can type in that swiping, you'll hear people singing swiping. Yeah. Swiping. Swiping. I don't even know how that. I forgot the lyrics of the song, but yeah, swipe, swiping. Everything, swiping. So it's like that blesser, or that rich person who gets into an environment, and then when they get there, they showcase the monies and all of that. So before you become swiping, swiping, think of how much money you have on your account. Because we're gonna come to you and go like, okay, swiping, what's happening, swiping, so let's look into those things. Let's look at those things. So don't just swipe. Let's work hard and enjoy the benefits. Listen, please, guys, I can't wait. I'm smelling a vacation, right? I can smell it. I can smell it. And you know I'm gonna share, right? Guys, and it doesn't matter even if I'm like what 30 kilometers away from where I am, still it will be a vacation. It doesn't matter. Like I need it. Mm-mm, I need it. I need it. We need to work hard and enjoy the benefits. And if I have to say so myself, I feel like I've been putting in, a lot of work. I've been putting in a lot of work in my business, and especially even here on YouTube. This is work that I'm doing. This is work. When we are YouTubing, we are working. This is work. And how I'm managing to do this live every day when there's so much and still be able to sometimes record videos that need to be posted. God knows how I'm doing all of that and still have to run IL designs. Hmm, I'm so pit. Hey. Let's see. Okay. My kids keep trying to get us to start a TikTok. I can't because I will lose productivity. Listen, if that's how you feel, then leave it, girl. Leave it, girl. Because TikTok, I no, there's a good and bad for TikTok. TikTok, like I think someone shared a video. I think it was on TikTok, and they said, go to TikTok only if you don't have work to do. Do that. And another thing that I'm not so far, like something about TikTok, it's great, it's fun and all that, but I feel like to some instance it kills people's ability to think for themselves. That's what I think. And mainly because it's like you are reproducing someone's content. So the dances that we'll be doing on TikTok, we take someone's song and then just do that. And lately I've been like, when I record videos, like maybe I do a video here and then on Instagram, I would save that video and upload it on my TikTok because I feel like that is also the best content that I can give. That is mine, you know. But I feel like a lot of creators they rely so much into reacting to other people's work, and they don't realize how they are delaying themselves because they don't need to think hard. The fact that you're scrolling, you're seeing someone's video, you're seeing someone's video, you reproduce that video. What did you think about? What creativity did you bring to the table? You didn't. You just repeated whatever that was done, and people are liking it because, okay, you probably did it better or something. But what is the benefit of doing it better than someone else? What's the benefit? Because at the end of the day, it's not, you are not the main person for that content. You get my point? So I feel like now we are at the at the age, or yeah, at that era where we need to be creative in terms of creating content and be somehow bring out amazing ideas when it comes to creating content. Because if you are not doing that, it means that we are relying on other people's content, and it means that we are not unique, and what it doesn't make it interesting. I mean, guys, I think the recent videos, actually I have most of my videos I think on TikTok are reactions or remade from someone's content, you know. But I don't think, I'm not too much on TikTok. I just do them because I know I love dancing. It's more of dancing if you look at it. Most of the time, the reproduced videos there is me dancing to something, to a song, you know. But how about we start thinking for ourselves and think about the kind of content we can produce, you know, and not rely on checking other people's content and liking it and reproducing. Yes, it's great to support other people's content, but what about you? What are you doing? Aren't you delaying yourself? It's like you start having a lazy mind, in my opinion. I feel like if I had to spend a lot of time on TikTok, I'm gonna be the dumbest person ever. That's how I feel. Because I feel like I won't be learning something. Whatever that I'm learning, I'm reproducing. It's not learning, it's like I'm copying. That's how I look at it. But someone might have a different perspective. That's why most of the people that I follow on TikTok are like the quotes, like motivational quotes and all that, or just maybe a video on someone saying something inspirational. That is more me. This ones, the dance ones, I don't follow. I would see that, maybe reproduce a video, but you will never see me following them because I feel like they are more on entertainment. So at least a video like a video that has an inspirational quote or something, I can take something out of that. I could probably learn something and, you know, get inspired. And spending time watching that could help me to, you know, even better something better, whether in my personal life or in my business, or I can even see what some kind of an idea to do something. So yeah. And also the kind of content that I watch is, there's this like, you would see content creators that will showcase their businesses, the business that they do. A person will be recording, they showcasing their packaging and all of that, or printing out t-shirts like their business. So those are the content that fascinates me. The dance ones, yes, I dance and it's fun for the moment, but after that, you danced and what? So that business one, I look at it, wow, okay, that's nice. You did all of that. You get inspired. You get inspired. There's this one lady who owns it's what, Faith or Seth something. Faith Seth is a clothing brand that she has. So it was the t-shirts and everything. She was showcasing them. I even followed her on Instagram. That it went to that extent because I saw her amazing job. I'm like, wow, this is so inspiring. So you can see that I was doing, or obviously showcasing something that is in line with me. So let's do that. As much as TikTok can be fun, if you're gonna use it, try to somehow have boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, and I feel like the youngsters, the 20s, are focusing so much on TikTok, and it's okay, but it's still not okay because I'm worried about their progress, productivity, and for them to think for themselves. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. And the smarter ones are actually now producing their content. So I feel like for you to start, you can do certain things, but as you're going to continue, and if maybe there's a little bit of growth or an element of growth, focus on what now, doing things differently, or reproducing not reproduce, like creating your own content, because already you have an idea of what's happening. Because before, I know I didn't even know like exactly what happens on TikTok. Even now I still don't even know how to do certain things on TikTok, but I'm a technical person and it's not difficult. I can know it in a day. I can know everything that happens on TikTok or the features in a day, because my creative mind and my tech mindset, I'm quick like that. I'm more practical than theory. Like practical, I can just grab all of those things quickly in a day. It will be enough. But I choose not to because I have my boundaries. I can only do so much. So yeah. Preach, I hear you. I'm glad that you hear me. And that's a point. That's a point right there. Um, we get so overwhelmed with things that are happening, and we end up not realizing the impact that it would have in the long run. And some of us are still in a process of having kids. So I can imagine, the day my kids are born and are starting to grow and everything, I need to also know what I'm exposing them to and how much can they be exposed to. I know that as parents, unfortunately, you can do so much as to, kids, they end up finding things for themselves and all that. But there has to be boundaries that are set and all that. And also for their mindset, we need to help them for them to think for themselves, there has to be some kind of a way to do that, because if they're used to just seeing things, it's like reading, and what you're reading is a book that has a question and answer. You see the question and you see the answer. In that way, you don't need to think, because the answer is there. You won't even need to read the whole question or even understand the whole question, because the answer is already there. You get my point? So those are things that we need to look into. Those are things that we need to look into. So we are we actually going to 2 hours. So we have 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes because I talked too much, and I thought we were going to end this at at 1 hour 30 minutes. So we will do this for the next 15 minutes. So for this next 15 minutes, I'll point out some of the points that I left out. So the other one is that have passion for what you are doing. So having passion is also very important, and it helps you to keep doing your best and improving and bringing in like more energy, more power, more results to your business or whatever that you're doing, right? And something also about passion that I want us to take note of is that passion sometimes is not something that can just come. You need to put a bit of passion in what you do. So it's the same thing as if you are working on something, or if you are a runner, you can't just run because you are passionate about running. At some point, you're gonna have to put in an effort, and put an effort in terms of add more stamina. If you want to maybe win a marathon, for example, you'll need to put in more effort. You can't just be in the comfort zone. So with passion, again, have passion. But if you feel like this is my field, I know it, I can do it. If you don't, pull up those socks and put a bit of passion, more passion in it, then it will just be average. So you need to push yourself and do more. We can do this all night. Yeah. Hey, Moyo. Hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind trying that, but trust me, creating content, it's a pain. It's a pain. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know what? If it was weekend on a Saturday, I would go like, let's go 4 hours. And it's been a while actually since we've done a 4 hour stream. I think it's been a while, but I think it's nicer for weekends, and yeah, not during the week. I mean, right now is 25 past 8, and so yeah, I know it's great. The conversation is flowing. I also find it difficult to leave, hence we are still here. Hence we are still here, but it's one of those. If we just keep going with the flow and we don't have boundaries, remember what I said? If we don't have boundaries, we'll just keep going with the flow, and before we know it, something else suffers. So already it means that my husband is in the living room, sitting alone, watching TV, whatever. He's alone, and I'm here working, which is there's nothing wrong, but there's something wrong. I can't just be working. There has to be a balance. I have a family. I'm a wife to a husband who needs me to be there for him and check about him. Make sure that he's eating, he's okay. So it's important. You need to balance. There has to be a balance. And I know I'm this kind of person. When I'm passionate about something, sometimes I just go all in to a point where it's easy for me to not necessarily forget other things, but it's easy for me to focus more attention on that particular thing. And unfortunately, there has to be a balance. As a businesswoman, there has to be a balance, because nothing can like I cannot allow any part to suffer. There has to be a very good balance, unfortunately, or fortunately. Yes, no, it's fortunate, right? Yeah. Okay, so my network is basically saying that we should end this life because it was doing funny things. So clearly, my network is not picking up all right at this moment. So it means that it needs us to call it a night. But we've got 10 minutes. Let's see if that will happen. If it doesn't happen, then we are out of here. So when you are in doubt, don't go it alone. So when you are a bit doubtful as to whether you should, jump in and continue with business and everything, think about maybe getting some kind of support structure. And not going it alone does not necessarily mean that you have someone who is actually doing that business with you, or someone who is somehow running the business with you, but a support structure. Sometimes you need that support structure in your business, meaning you need someone who will, or yeah, maybe someone or a team that will somehow give you a clearer direction as to how you should go about certain things, because it's honestly not easy for us to just, you know keep doing something, or just trusting yourself to do something. But when you know that I feel like I can't actually do this alone and all of that, so seek help where you can, and consider getting someone's input or someone's advice, or get someone to hold your hand in this process while you're working on something. um, Business is not that easy, and someone that can be there to hold your hand, it could be someone who can honestly be what someone who's in business, a mentor, business advisor, and all of that. You can get someone to help you, you know. Or maybe if you feel like your business is great, but you are not ready to really push it alone, and you know someone who does a similar business, you can propose to say, you know what, at this point, this is where my business is, and this is the goal for my business. So I'm thinking of, doing a business partnership with you for a period of maybe a year, and we have even a contract in place to say we can have a period of a year, do the business together, and we split equally the money, whatever, and all that. And I think by then I would have I would have known if maybe I should go in it alone. And if I change my mind, I would consider, as we continue, like consider that we continue with the business together and all of that. So sometimes you don't always need to do something alone, because we think that for you to be successful, you just need to succeed on your own. Sometimes it's not the case, guys. It's not the case. You need a team. Maybe there are certain things that you are. Let me make an example. Maybe with like a catering company, you have a catering business. The fact that you know that you can do cakes, and you know someone who can do cakes, and you have equipment for everything, even those cake things, but there's someone who doesn't have those equipment, you can bring them in, or vice versa. If you have a certain thing and then you don't have certain resources and they have, you can partner with them to say, okay, so here we're working together. So obviously when you cater, if maybe you're catering for weddings, for birthdays, whatever, it means that they will need someone to bake and all that. And that's when you jump in. You get my point? So if they just want food and all that, you don't need to bake and all that. You can understand, okay, that this project can accommodate this and that. But you think of those things that sometimes for you to start, you don't need to just have everything alone. You can partner. You can partner. I mean, even with what we're doing, guys, right now, the fact that we can collaborate and just have each other on our channels, just engage, share our content and everything with other audience. In a way, we are working together. We are like working on this business together, because when I'm on your platform, and then other people get to see me, know my work, or even better, be a part of my channel. It's because they obviously see something, and that is you helping my business. It's the same thing, or helping me as a brand. It's the same thing as when you come to my channel, we engage on something, my audience start knowing, and they see, okay, so and so does 1 2 3. All right, nice, I actually wanted to consult on 1 2 3, and then they do it. So it becomes some kind of a win-win situation. We working together, as much as we have our own channels and we are running them on our own. But sometimes when we see an opportunity to see how we can collaborate if needed, we do that. You get my point? So that is one of the examples. Well, it is not the best example, because this one is about like studying your own thing, right? But I'm just making a typical example that in the process you can somehow partner, and then later on you can stand on your own. And contracts are very important. If you have a contract in place, and if you communicate with your partners and everything, have a solid agreement as to this is how it's going to happen, this is how much percentage you're going to get out. If you are coming and you have no equipment, nothing, no resources, nothing, and I'm offering everything, obviously it's possible that we cannot go 50-50. So it's probably 40-60, depending on how much you are bringing into the table. And then you agree, and then life goes on. And then later on, you start and you do your thing. You get my point? So, yeah, something like that. Something like that. Collaboration in business is crucial. Exactly, because you can't always do everything on your own. Unfortunately, collaboration is it's something that is needed at some point. And the truth also is that as a business person, you can't do everything. You can't do everything. And I normally make an example with me, with my business, because I would get a client who says, I want a wedding website. I want a wedding portal where the guests will RSVP online, whatnot and whatnot, right? And that particular client will be like, yo, you know what? I need a fashion designer. I need my dress to be made. I need my cake to be done. So can I do all of those things? I cannot. So if I partner with someone to say, hey, this is a client of mine, they want this and all that. So let's work together on this. Make sure that you get them 1 2 3, 1 2 3. We work together. And then, at the end of the day, everyone is happy. Everyone is happy. So that's how we have to look at life, and that's how we have to look at the growth of business, and stop being selfish. Because another thing about us people is that we tend to be selfish, and we want to do everything when you know exactly that you can't do that thing, but you claim to want to, to say you can do it. And then the next thing, you're gonna spend time trying to figure out how you can manipulate it, even cut out the costs, or even try to put a huge markup, and you even delay the client, or you can see that it makes your other part of the work that you are capable of doing, it makes it difficult. So let's look at those things and understand that sometimes when you collaborate or when you partner, there is value in it, because you are somehow helping yourself to focus on certain things that are more concerned, or are more relevant to you, as opposed to just gathering everything and all that. And obviously, in the long run, you don't aim to just stay in one point. If your whole point is to have your own business, at some point you'll be like, no, you know what, business partner, thank you so much, you've boosted me, I was able to do this for a year, I feel like at this point I'm ready to just push it on my own. And then you go your way, they go their way, you guys are happy, and at some point you're probably going to collaborate again, and life goes on. And with that says, oh, English. With that said, we have come to the end of the video. English can be something else, hey? We love it, but hey, it gets stuck somewhere in the tongue. So yeah, guys, that is basically it. I just want to thank you all for joining and being super amazing as usual. The engagements, yo, I think I'm gonna go to this comments and take out some of the points and put them down on my journal, because wow, you guys throw in nuggets left, right, and center, and I'm appreciative. You can see my smile is just on another level. I'm super happy and I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Laquita, please go to my emails right now. You and I have unfinished business. When I end this live, please meet me on the emails, okay? Please do that. So, yes, guys, 30 seconds. This 30 seconds, I just want to say thank you, much love, and much appreciation. And like I always say, I wish you guys nothing but the best. May you continue to be amazing and may you make every day count. And whatever that you've taken out of this, may it be something that can help you or inspire you or help you to just get to whatever level you want to. All right. See you next time. Thank you, Moyo. Thank you for your nuggets. You are amazing. Alrighty. I am out of here.